Hey, I'm Jamie,
And I'm Lauren.
and together we make up
Iker Photography.
Okay, so we've been photographing weddings for 7 years now, and for a while we've been talking about how we want to make a planning guide for our couples that help them think about photography as a whole throughout their wedding day. I think often the reception and the ceremony are the two places where people are really putting in a lot of thought for photography, and we're going to help even more with those times of the wedding day. But we also want to think about the wedding day as a whole and talk about everything from getting ready all the way to the send-off and how that impacts the experience and the photos that you're going to get. So starting with the getting ready portion of the day, how can we help our clients sort of think about the lighting in the room?
Yeah, so what we love to do when we walk into a getting ready space is to see where the windows are. We love big windows with natural light coming in. That's where we're going to want to take a lot of photos. So if you find a space that has all those things, natural light, white walls help us a lot. If the room is clean before we get there, that helps get you cleaner images. That's going to be really helpful for us. And we'll also walk in and see if there's any lights, competing lights on, like any warm lights that compete with the natural light that's coming in. And we're going to go turn those off. So we really love to work with all spaces, but that kind of space is what gives you guys even better images. So if you have a chance to go through different Airbnb options or hotels or even looking at friends' houses, and you can find that ideal scenario, then that'll be really helpful for your photos.
And in thinking about that, I think a lot of people, when they're picking their reception space, they're looking at the ceremony spot or the reception space, and they're excited about that, but they don't go look at the getting ready room. There's often like this weird room in the back corner of their building. It's got bad light.
There's always that, yeah.
And so we just encourage you, if that's the scenario, like Lauren said, go look at other spaces maybe, and if you are not wanting to like pay more money for another space, ask the venue, hey, can I get ready in this space instead where there's great light? And we'll even encourage that. We'll try and like sneak out to a better light during the getting ready portion of the day, just to escape those rooms that are kind of darkly lit.
Yeah, and like we said, we'll make anything work, but if you have the opportunity to go somewhere with good light, then that'll make your images better.
And then when you're thinking about the getting ready portion of the day as well, there's little details that you're going to want to have out and ready for us to photograph. And the more that you have prepped, the faster we're going to be able to do those things and utilize our time better. So things like your invitation suite, your dress, your shoes, jewelry. For guys, maybe your tie, some gifts for groomsmen. Same with bridesmaids, gifts for bridesmaids. Just have those out, ready to go, ready for us to grab and set up for a good photograph.
And sometimes it's helpful to ask a friend or a sibling to make that their job. Can you make sure that the photographers know where all of my items are? Then we don't have to come bug the bride and the groom, We can just kind of get to it right away.
And then grooms, we're not forgetting about you too. I think the getting ready portion of the day is really important for both bride and groom, or if it's a bride and bride, groom and groom. We just want to be thoughtful about the fact that both are just as important. Oftentimes though, when it's grooms, it's just a little bit shorter. There's not as much going on. So what we'll do is we'll both start together with the bride, and then I'll split off and go do the groom for a little bit shorter of an amount of time. And we'll do like you throwing your jacket on. We always say like, get your pants on, get your shirt on, and then we'll get the last finishing touches for the groom. And then we also just want to get you guys hanging out, having fun, maybe sharing a toast, sharing a drink, something like that.
Yeah, and another thing to think about is if you are planning to give each other gifts as a couple, we highly recommend you write your letters before the wedding day, because we've been in a lot of scenarios where on the wedding day, a bride is really quickly trying to finish the letter that they started and forgot to finish, and it kind of eats away at, maybe bridesmaid photo time or just anything that we could be taking in those moments. So we recommend getting those letters done with before the wedding day, handing them to each other even before the wedding day, and then opening them in front of us so that we can get you some really pretty shots of that special moment of you guys reading letters or opening gifts.
And definitely, if you've done it ahead of time, you probably put a little bit more thought into it, and so it's going to be a little even more emotional and awesome, like photograph that.
Yeah.
And then another aspect of the getting ready portion of the day that I think sometimes brides can be worried about is, are my photographers going to be in the room while I'm putting my dress on? And the big answer for us is no. Like, we don't have to be in the room while you're like undressing and putting your dress on.
Yeah.
We'll step out and then we'll come back in. We'll ask you to just let us know when you've gotten the dress most of the way on, and we'll just get the last, like, you know, mom, maid of honor, whatever it is, zipping up the dress, buttoning up the dress, and just helping you with those last touches, like getting your earrings on and things like that.
Yeah, and we highly recommend, or at least I highly recommend because of our wedding day, having a small group of people getting your dress on to help you with that portion of the day. We always like to tell bridesmaids and mom to get ready before they help you in your dress so that they're not in like PJs getting you in your dress. So that's one thing. But also maybe think about having a small group with you, 1 or 2 or 3 people helping you get in your dress. It kind of makes more like of an intimate moment, and I loved doing that for our wedding day. And then also after you do that, then you kind of have a chance to do a reveal with the rest of your bridesmaids if you want to.
And like we've been talking about, all these rules apply to the guys as well, like clean space, clean light, clean room. And like have a buddy help you throw your jacket on. Have your best man or your dad or whoever help you with that. And also, it doesn't have to, I think, like, this kind of goes into wedding party in general, but we encourage, like, you don't have to have only guys in your space or only girls in your space. Just have who's important to you at the beginning of your day, who's going to help you feel calm in the getting ready process of the day.
For me, that was my brother.
Yeah, exactly. So just make sure that you're thinking about those things. You're going to have an awesome start to your wedding day.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully this is helpful for thinking through planning your getting ready portion of the day.
If you do have any more questions, feel free to reach out and give us a follow and keep watching this series. We're going to keep coming out with more. So we're at Eicher Photography on Instagram, eicherphotography.com, and Eicher Photography on YouTube.
Yay!
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.